Hey y'all, it's Jessica from Sloppy Swatches. Today I have the Ollivander's Wandlore collection from Never Enough Polish. I did purchase these on my own. These restock on Saturdays. I'm not sure how many more Saturdays she's going to be stocking them, and Never Enough Polish kind of has competitive restock, so if you're interested in these, you may want to be right on the website when it starts. I'll link Never Enough Polish's storefront down below, and I'll go ahead and get into the swatches. So first up is Unicorn Hair, and this is a very ethereal, kind of light, sheer, flaky polish with a blue shimmer. So this is, I think, better suited as a topper, or if you're going into it knowing it's going to be very sheer. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Unicorn Hair swatched on my natural nail. So I'll show you how it's swatched on its own as well as over black today. Here's the first coat. I love, love, love Never Enough Polish's really wide brush. It makes it really easy to apply. You could really get into the three-stroke method with this. The first coat is very sheer. I think it'd be really cool for kind of a negative space look or even a French. So here is the second coat. It kind of deepens up that shimmer a little bit, but it is still very sheer. I'm going to let this dry and come back in for a third. So this is the third coat. It intensifies it a little bit. You can still see quite a bit of nail line. Usually I don't opt to do more than 3 coats, but I am going to do a fourth for this color because the color is so pretty. So here is my fourth and final coat, and this really brings it kind of to the edge of being opaque. This is a dainty look. You're still going to be able to see nail line, but the shift is really pretty. So next I'll show you how Unicorn Hair swatched over black. I'm using Tux Polish's Onyx today. So at one coat, this makes an amazing topper. You get a lot of that blue shift, and you can make out all of those flakies as well. This looks really pretty matte. So on my final look, I did my ring nail just straight Unicorn Hair, and the other nails are topped with the black. So you can see what the completed mani looks like here without top coat. Here's the view from another angle in direct sunlight. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting, and once more at an angle under artificial lighting. So next up is Phoenix Feather, and this is a kind of orange toned bright red with a lot of little flakies and some gold flash in there as well. I wasn't super excited about this shade when I was looking at the collection, but this one ended up being the most flattering on my skin tone. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Phoenix Feather swatched on my natural nail. So here is the first coat. Again, with that wide brush, I could almost make one pass and completely cover my nails. If you have nice and narrow nails, this may work really well for you. I had great coverage at one coat. I can still see a little bit of nail line, so I'm going to come back in for another quick coat. And 2 coats is going to bring it completely opaque. The formula on these are great. It's not thick or thin. It doesn't run or pull. I didn't have any staining with this one either. So here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. Here's a view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting, and once more at an angle under artificial lighting. So next up is a Basilisk Tusk, and this is a dark kind of forest green with a little bit of olive tone in there. Lots of flakies in different colors and tones, some gold. I think there might also be some ultra chrome flakies in there as well. So a really pretty mix. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Basilisk Tusk swatched on my natural nail. So here is one easy pass of Basilisk Tusk. This one was a little bit more sheer than I expected, but it went on really smooth. You see all those flakies in there. I think this is going to be another one that's going to look really gorgeous matte. I'm going to let this dry and then come back in for another coat. So even with everything going on in these, they dry down fairly glossy. Here is the second coat. I'm going to do a nice thick second coat, and that's going to bring this one completely opaque for me. So here is a look at the completed mani without top coat. Here's the view from another angle in direct sunlight with top coat. So very deep, very almost vampy. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting, and once more at an angle under artificial lighting. So lastly today I have Dragon Heartstring, and this is what really drew me to the collection. It's a very ethereal kind of maroon shimmer with a strong linear hollow as well as some iridescent glitters. A lot going on in this. This is another one that may be better served as a topper as opposed to on its own. I'll go ahead and show you a brush shot, and I'll show you how Dragon Heartstring swatched on my natural nail. So like with unicorn hair, I'm going to show you how it looks on its own as well as over black. So here's one coat on its own. It goes on really smoothly. It dried down pretty quickly as well, but it is very, very sheer. So I'm going to let this dry and come back in for a second coat. And this second coat maybe makes the shimmer stronger and of course more hollow, but you can still see a ton of nail line. So I'm going to let this dry and come back in for a third coat. And again, a third coat does intensify it. Makes it a little bit deeper, but still not opaque. I'm going to make an exception and do a fourth coat for this. So here is the fourth coat. The fourth coat applied a lot of those little iridescent glitters. I did have one that kind of hung off the end of my nail, but I just pushed it back and it was no problem. 4 coats is almost opaque, but not truly. So I'm going to show you how it swatches over black. You could use this topper on top of anything really. So here is one coat over Tux Polish's Onyx. And this is amazing. You get all of that maroon copper shift, all of that linear hollow, and you can still make out a ton of those iridescent glitters. Really pretty. I do prefer this one as a topper. So here it is. My ring nail is 4 coats of Dragon Heartstring on its own and topped over black on my other nails. So here is a look at a different angle in direct sunlight with top coat. This polish is stunning. This is my swatch photo under artificial lighting. And once more at an angle under artificial lighting. So that wraps up my swatch and review of the Ollivander's Wandlore collection. I do love this entire collection. I'm planning on getting more Never Enough polishes. I will link them down below if you'd like more photos. I do have those available on my blog at sloppyswatches.wordpress.com, or you can follow me on Instagram at sloppyswatches. So thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time.